What is up YouTube? My name is The Shandy and welcome to day 5 of the Steam Autumn Sale 2013. First off, I really want to apologize for not putting up any videos for the previous flash sales. I just didn't have the time to do it. But I will be bringing you today's daily deals as promised, and let's get started. Don't forget that you can still buy yesterday's big deals for the next 23 hours, as well as the current flash sales will ongoing for the next 8 hours. These daily deals will last 48 hours. So let's get started with Wolf Among Us, which is 33% off for 15 euros and 40 cents. This comes from Telltale Games, which were the makers of The Walking Dead, and they also were going to be releasing Season 2. This is based off Fable's comic books, which is the Vertigo from DC Comics. You play as this guy named Big Bad Wolf, the Big Bad Wolf, and it's a very nice comic state adventure, mostly after Walking Dead, and it's a really nice game. This company has been doing some great releases on the adventure point and click style, and this is another one. And The Walking Dead Season 2 is also coming out very soon. These are great games. Telltale Games is really one company you should definitely support. They've been doing great adventure games, point and click, from in a period where we don't see many of those games right now. And yeah, Telltale Games is actually definitely showcasing that very well. The price though is still a bit high though, but if you don't really want to buy it right now, but it's a good title, definitely one worth checking out for the future. Next up, Sid Meier's Civilization 5, 75% off for 7 euros and 49 cents. This is of course the brandest new game, the latest game in the Civilization franchise. If you haven't heard of Civilization, then either one, you are not a strategy PC gamer, or B, you've been living under a rock. This includes also the Gold Edition, which is also 75% off for 10 euros. Brave New World is only 66% off for 10 euros and 19 cents. I was actually looking to buy Brave New World, but I guess we have to wait until the winter sale for me to get that one. But yeah, all the packs are also 75% off, including the brandest new, which is the Continents map pack, and the Nations map pack, which were released recently and are not included in the Gold Edition, just to warn you. Civilization 5 is really one of the best strategy games of all time, really very good, especially now that it got Brave New World. Civilization 4 is also on discount for 75% off, I believe, as well as Civilization 3 if you want to pick up the previous games in the series. It's a great series, definitely one game checking out, and at this price it's a definitely must buy. If you haven't got Brave New World, this is probably one of the best times to get it, as it's the cheapest that it's been. Next, Far Cry 3, 75% off for 7 euros and 49 cents. The deluxe edition is 75% off as well for 10 euros, with Blood Dragon being 66% off for 5 euros. Far Cry 3 is a very good game, one of the best action adventure games I've seen in the last years. It's really good. I'm a big fan of the Far Cry series, and Far Cry 3 does things very well. Remember that Far Cry 1 and Far Cry 2 are also on discount, I believe. I don't know for how much. I think that's 75% off during the sale, which I'm really not sure, but I could check in a real moment. But yeah, it's a good game. Definitely worth checking out this price. Blood Dragon is the deepest discount it's been, and it's a standalone expansion to Far Cry 3. It's somewhat almost a new game entirely, and it's also a very good experience. If you like first-person shooters, you're gonna really love Far Cry 3. Definitely, it's a great adventure, great story, and great graphics and great gaming. So yeah, there's that. Next, we have Godus, which is 50% off for 9 euros and 49 cents. This is an early access title, which is some sort of like God-like style. It's somewhat remembered me of God Mode and Rails other stuff. It's on the early access title. This does include Steam trading cards, and it's just been updated to version 1.2.1, which was actually released 1.3.1, which was released back in October. They've been constantly developing updates. This game released back in September, and you can definitely check out more later. It's an interesting title, but yeah, the reviews were not good yet. It still has some issues and bugs, so you might not want to buy it right now, but it does have some great potential, so be on the lookout for that. Next, Metro Last Light, 66% off for 10 euros and 19 cents. This is the the sequel to Metro 2033, the post-apocalyptic or action game set in Moscow. This is a very good game as well. It's another great story, another great shooter. Really, really, really big on this. The franchise pack is available for an extra 3 euros if you can get some DLCs for this game as well as the original Metro 2033. It's a great game. It's definitely one great experience. And between this and Far Cry, though, I would probably pick up Far Cry just because it's actually cheaper. But if you have played already Far Cry 3, you might want to pick up Metro, which is a really great experience and a great game. Definitely one worth checking out. Next up, Payday 2, 55% off, another odd discount. For 13 euros and 49 cents, the 4 packs available for 40 euros and 49 cents. Payday 2 is the sequel to Payday the Heist, the original game, which is actually 90% off for 1 euro and 79 cents. It's actually very cheap to get the first one. 89 cents, so not 79. But yeah, Payday 2 basically consists of you performing ice, which is basically trying to rob stores, banks, and all that stuff. And it continues the story of the original Payday crew as they will descend on Washington DC for more crime scenes. It's a very nice game. It definitely a really unique experience. There's not much games like that out there. There's the only other I can remember off the top of my head is Monaco. It's a great game. Definitely want to check it out at this price. It's the cheapest it's been, but you probably want to wait a bit to pick this one up. Next, we have Fez, which is 75% off for 2 euros and 49 cents. This is a very cute-ish style platformer. Really looks very cute. The soundtrack edition includes the soundtrack, but honestly, I would not spend an extra euro to get a fucking soundtrack. It's a really nice experience. 2D style, very nice platformer. Definitely one worth picking up. If you don't really want to wait for a humble bundle to pick this one up, which is probably what I'm gonna be doing. Next, we have Torchlight 2, which is 75% off for 4 euros and 74 cents. I like Torchlight. When I look at this game, I think this is what Diablo 3 should have been. And you know how much Diablo 3 was not well received, and it was very, I want to say bad, but it wasn't what it should have been. And Torchlight 2 and Torchlight 1, which is also 75% off for an extra less euro, it's actually 3 euros and 74 cents. They actually make what Diablo 3 should have been. It's a really nice experience and one of the best games of all time, and it's way better than Diablo 3, I have to say. That's all I have to say about this. It's a really good title. You should probably get it if you can. Next up, very strangely, this is actually on the same price it has ever been throughout the sale. Portal 2, 75% off at 3 euros and 74 cents. It's been this price for the entire sale. I was actually waiting for it to get a little better discount, and still I got it. It's actually my last purchase, but it's still probably. The Portal bundle is also 75% off at 4 euros and 74 cents. What can it be said about Portal that hasn't been said? It's a really nice experience. It has one of the best stories of all time, and it's one very great puzzle game with, of course, the ray gun. Who doesn't love ray guns? And the story of Portal is one really great story, which is something that Valve does very well on story basis on its games. It's definitely a must buy at this price, and you should definitely get Portal if you haven't got it yet, because it's been 75% throughout the entire sale. I think this is not gonna. I think after this offer ends, Portal is not longer be on discount, which is a bit strange, but oh well. It's a great experience. Do buy Portal. I definitely recommend. This is one of the. It's probably my deal of the day because it's a great game, definitely. Now, let's look at the flash sales. We still have a bit of time left, so let's look at the flash sales. We're going to start off with a bang with Just Cause 2, which is 80% off for 3 euros. Square Enix does have a tendency of putting these games on 80% discount, which is really awesome. And really, that's one of the reasons I really love Square Enix. They're a great company. And Just Cause 2 is a great experience. It's one of the best games I've ever played. The Just Cause collection is available for 6 euros. You can actually get Just Cause 1 as well as the DLCs. It's a really great experience. It's definitely one worth checking out. You should really buy this game. It's ridiculous the price it is. It's been at this price in the summer sale. If you haven't got it then, you should get it now. That's all I have to say about Just Cause. Next up, Darksiders 2 is actually 80% off as well for 10 euros. Darksiders 1 is available for 3 euros 99. It's a really great experience, one of the best RPGs for PC. It really reminds me a lot of God of War, at least the second one. The first one does remind me more about Zelda. It's a great experience, one of the best games that Nordic Games has ever released. It's definitely one that we should pick up. If you like RPGs, you should really get Darksiders. It's a really nice experience as well. Wow, we have good games today. Not one bad thing to say about all of them. Next up, NBA 2K14, which is 50% off for 15 euros. This is, of course, the latest version of the NBA 2K series. It's one great basketball game. It's really the best on the market. If you like basketball, you definitely should pick it up. Even if you don't like it, if you only like sports, this is a really good sports title to pick up. NBA 2K13 is actually 75% off during this sale at 7 euros 49. So, but why would you pick the previous year version when you could pick 2K14? That's just enough I have to say about sports. The sports games, you always want to pick the latest version. That's a rule of thumb. And the final flash sale of the day is Rocksmith 2014, which is 33% off for 33 euros 49. Honestly, this is a good game, but honestly, at this price, I would not buy it. It's still way too expensive. Still, it's a great simulation, one of the best music games out there. It's definitely a great answer to Guitar Hero for PS2. Do note that you have the issue of Uplay, so be on the lookout for that. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for the sales right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Looking just really quick at the top sales, there's not much difference. I think the list is still the same as it was recently released. So, and there's no new releases. So, yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back tomorrow for more sales. Until then, this is the Shandy signing out. Later, guys.